Welcome back to the channel. Today on the operating table, we have a 2017 MacBook Air. This one just came in for repair. Let's see if we can fix it. Let's begin. All right, so what's the story behind this one? It's pretty simple. The customer said they were using the computer, and as they were using it, it just died. So simple. All right, let's take a look at what we have here. So to the top right, I don't have my multimeter up. Give me 2 seconds. Let me get my multimeter up. Okay, now we have our multimeter up. So the top right here, the very top one, that's going to be my multimeter, and the bottom one here is going to be my power supply. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a charger and let's plug it in and see what we have. So right off the bat, we're good. So far, we have a green light and went to orange. And that's a good indication to let us know that P3V42G3 hot, which is one of the main power rails that's required to start up a MacBook when it, this particular model is present, right? Lets us know our SMC is probably working okay. So we could start off testing other items, but we'll check them anyway. So I see nothing on the screen. And what does the power button do here? Anything? Absolutely nothing. So this is dead. So let's take a look and let's open up the MacBook and see what we find. All right, let's go into the microscope. And the first thing I like to do is just go over the board. And I do it in every video. And it looks like someone's been in this board because I see screws missing. And I see, is that signs of flux? What is that? Or is it just, I'm not too sure what that is. But the motherboard screws are missing. That's not a good sign. That tells me someone's been in here, and chances are my job just got harder. So let's continue. Does the SSD have writing on it? So someone's been in here. And that is not supposed to be like that. And the audio cable is behind the board. Nice. At least the Wi-Fi is hooked up. Okay, so someone's clearly been messing around with this board. I'm not too sure if it was a customer or not, but that's not normal. But everything else is back where it's supposed to be, and I don't see anything knocked off the board. I don't see any liquid damage. Yeah, this side of the board looks pretty clean. Just minor dust and dirt. So let's plug in the power supply and let's take some readings. Okay, so right off the bat, I get a fan spin. You can see the fan is spinning there. I wonder if we have, let me just look at the MacBook here. Nope, so we're getting a quarter fan spin. So that gives us a clue. So this is going to be very interesting because I get a quarter fan spin. Let me just try this again. And let me get underneath there. Let me plug the power in. And I'm getting a bit of a fan spin here, and then it dies. Just wait a couple seconds. Oh, now it's running. What's going on with this computer? Is it booting? Is it booting or not? Let me look at the screen here. Okay, so I have let me flip back to the top cam here. I don't know if you can see this. Oh, my power cable popped out. It popped out again. Hang on one sec. Okay, I'm going to plug the power in. I don't know if you guys can see that. The dim Apple logo. So let me see if I get a flashlight on the back of it. Yep, there is. See, there is a login right there. So the backlight's missing. So I don't want to show the customer's information here, but you could clearly see there the backlight's missing on this MacBook. The MacBook is starting up. So I'm going to unplug it again. And then I'm going to plug it back in, and I'm going to shine the light right away. Actually, I'm going to unplug it. Okay, I'm going to plug it in again. And I'm going to shine a flashlight on the back here. And let's see if we get an Apple logo, because this might just be a backlight issue. Okay, now it's not booting up, period. All right, let's just try the power button again. Well, this is gonna be an interesting one. Oh, there, now we have the Apple logo. Now we have full backlight. All right, well, what the heck is going on here? So something is extremely intermittent. Okay, let's shut off the power here. All right, let me just try it again. See what happens. Now it's working again. Oh, this one's gonna suck. Okay. So we had no power the first boot. Then I had power with no backlight. Now I have now it's working fine. So something is extremely intermittent. Let's try this one more time. And then what I'm going to do, yeah, it's working there now, but it's intermittent. So I'm going to take the board out. There's got to be something we're not seeing. So let's switch back here. Well, I'm just going to take the board out. All right, so we are in the back of the motherboard now. So let's just go through this real quick and see if we see anything that's causing this to go intermittent. I mean, somebody was in here, but the board looks pretty clean, regardless if they were in here or not. Yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, except for that. There we go. So we got to clean this up. We got some liquid damage right here on these resistors. Is that one completely, it's still kind of intact, but yeah, we do have some liquid damage right there. Let's zoom out a bit here. Yeah, let's make a note of that. Doesn't look terrible, but anything can cause, like, the board is working, like, if you look at this damage here, the board is working like 99% working. So this little bit of resistance here could cause a problem. Or this little bit of liquid damage there. There's something there, but it looks like it just impacted. There's just a test point. Nothing crazy. I'd have to say that almost every MacBook I get in, even when people say they didn't have any liquid damage, has liquid damage of some sort. Because some of this stuff could be just really old, years old, and it just really didn't cause a problem. Like this right here Could have been years. Like just touch the test point, corroded the test point. It won't do nothing. Right, so we do have another bit of corrosion right here. Not too much, once again. Oh, wow, there we go. So we got something going on here. So just, I don't know which one would be the one causing it to have intermittent boot up, but we're going to clean them all up. Something there just on the test point once again. So just small little sections of liquid damage all over the board. Yeah, and that's it. So check the bottom, just make sure there's no components knocked off, and just go around the corners real quick. Whenever someone else is inside of a board, always check the corners here, because as they're putting things back on, components get knocked off all the time. Capacitors, resistors, anything around the corners. Okay, so looks like it's just these. I'll start with this one here. We'll clean it up. We'll see how bad bad of shape these capacitors are in, and we'll replace as needed. If you see, these capacitors are completely euchred. So I'm just going to replace all these. So you can see right here, we have a good capacitor here and here. These two here are completely euchred. But I'm going to replace this one, this one, this one, and this one. Right. Let's start. All right, so those pads do not look like they're in good shape. I have a feeling we're going to be running some jumpers, unless there's anything left down here for us. I'm pretty sure this is the main reason this was intermittent. Those other ones were just a small issue. Whenever you get liquid damage, you could always tell where the positive is on a capacitor. It's the side that gets burnt up, right? So these two sides right here, they're going to be ground, like guaranteed. If we pull up the schematics, all right, if we pull up the schematics and then we zoom in, where is that? It's above the last memory chip. Up. I think it's this group right here. Yeah, that's it right there. So these are the caps we're dealing with here, and you see that all the ones that are corroded are the positive, right? So if we go back to our microscope, so you'll see right here, like these two were positive that I cleaned off, right? And then the positive over here, obviously, you see this one is bad because this one was a positive. The grounds always stay pretty much flawless, right? Because on the positive, that's where the current's flowing. So, well, let's see if we can clean these up a bit. See if we can get some solder to stick to these. And let's see if we have any type of reading on them. All right, I got my multimeter in diode mode here, and let's see, we're supposed to have 0.4. And it's a little higher there, it's 0.5. I think it's 0.47, close enough. And this one here, 0.4. And this one here, 0.4, 0.37. Okay. So I think we're okay here. Let's just clean this up a bit more. See if we can get a connection here. All right, we got our donor board on here. Let's grab these 4 caps. Now, I think I will have to run one trace. Because if I look here, I can't get, I mean, even these ones here, I should probably run it, like, I could barely get enough solder on these two, but it is making contact. But this one here, it's missing in action. I got a massive blob there I gotta fix. All right, so we have all our caps back on, but this one here is not making a contact because the pad is completely off. But right here, I think I'm just going to run a little jumper. Actually, you know what? I could just run a little jumper in between these, or just put some solder so these two touch. So if we go back to the board view, I think that's what we can do right here. So yeah, these are the same. This is the same bus. Okay, so this section of the board is good to go. So I just put all the caps back on, and this particular connection right here didn't have a pad underneath, so I just jumpered it over to the next cap beside it, which is the same voltage rail. And we should be good to go there. Bit of a mess I created there, but oh well. It's gonna work. And this right here, I don't think this one's done anything. Let me see. Yeah, this one is absolutely nothing. And we did have a couple more. This one over the SMC. Let's see what's going on with this one. Once again, this one just looks bad. Clean it up here a bit and see. Actually, that one resistor looks a little shady. I'm definitely going to take that guy out. I thought we had one more. Or was that it? Okay, so I got this partially back together here. As you can see, I don't have the fan on. I do have their SSD in there and no power, but I do have the display hooked up. So let's see how it runs now. So let's get rid of this microscope here real quick. All right, so let's plug it in and see. So right off the bat, we get our green light, which is good. What else we got here? See if we get a picture right away this time. That's much faster. Right there, we got our picture. I'm just gonna do a reset here real quick. See if we can get this up a little quicker than before. Okay, there it refreshed once. We'll just do this a couple times. Okay, we get the sound there this time. And I'm just gonna do it one more time. There we go. All right, let's plug it back in and let's see what happens this time. There we go, that's much better. All right, so it does seem to be, I don't have the battery in right now, so it does seem to be working a lot better now. And I think that first corrosion that we fixed there was the main problem. Yeah, this is booting up every single time now. Okay, thank you for joining me today on Circuit Surgeons, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.